Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that if you get vaccinated, you're very unlikely to catch the coronavirus because the vaccines are so effective, but that if you're unvaccinated, especially if there's lots of unvaccinated people around you and you're around them indoors without masks for extended periods of time, you are more likely to get sick if a more transmissible variant comes forward. And that is exactly what is going on right now. A new Washington Post report, coronavirus infections dropping where people are vaccinated, rising where they are not. And the article goes into detail to tell us something that, who would this be a shock to, right? States with higher vaccination rates now have markedly fewer coronavirus cases. Makes sense, as infections are dropping in places where most residents have been immunized and are rising in many places where people have not, a Washington Post analysis has found. States with lower vaccination also have significantly higher hospitalization rates. Poorly vaccinated communities have not been reporting catastrophic conditions. Instead, they're usually seeing new infections holding steady or increasing without overwhelming local hospitals. As recently as 10 days ago, vaccination rates did not predict a difference in COVID cases, but immunization rates have diverged and case counts in highly vaccinated states are dropping quickly. Vaccination is not even within each state. The Post found the connection between vaccine shots and COVID cases at the local level, comparing more than 100 counties with low vaccination, meaning under 20% vaccinated, and more than 700 counties with high vaccination, meaning at least 40% vaccinated. And here are the findings, and we're displaying them graphically for you. Counties with high vaccination had low COVID rates that are going down. In counties where few people are vaccinated, not only are there higher case rates, but the number of cases is also growing. This is in the absolute. This is really important to understand. If you look at places with fewer vaccinations and more cases, and you see cases above the national average, these are places like Wyoming, Idaho, Alabama, Louisiana, Arkansas, West Virginia, Indiana, Missouri. What do these places have in common? I think you understand politically what's going on there. You then look at the lower right quadrant on this graph that we're showing our audience. The places with more vaccinations have fewer cases. Places like Vermont, Massachusetts, Hawaii, Connecticut, New Jersey, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, California, Maryland, DC. What do these places have in common? Well, politically, they're very blue. Now, there are a few outliers. There are some places with more vaccinations and also more cases. There's really 4 states in that quadrant: Colorado, Oregon, Washington, and Maine. We're still trying to figure out why that is. And we don't yet know. So the takeaway here, of course, is go and get yourself vaccinated. It's really that simple. If you want to protect yourself and others, go and get yourself vaccinated. And, the doom and gloom is correct in unvaccinated communities. A 60% more transmissible variant, which is what we believe the Delta/Indian variant to be at this point in time, is going to burn its way through a population as it finds people who are not vaccinated. When you are vaccinated, because the vaccines are so effective, not only is it less likely, how are we even saying this now in June of 2021? You are less likely to get sick and people around you are less likely to get sick because the vaccine does not guarantee immunity. It is not 100% effective. We all do something for our community when we get ourselves vaccinated. So shocking, right? Who could have seen it coming that the places that are more vaccinated are doing better than the places that are not? Now, as more international travel resumes, Spain has or is about to open. Italy has or is about to open. France has opened to vaccinated people, etc. Will vaccinated travel to countries that are not yet as vaccinated as the United States? Will that increase rates? I believe that it will not, because vaccination is mostly happening fast enough in the majority of those countries that things are going to remain under control. Nothing that's happening is surprising. And I see people on the left and on the right posting things to Twitter and to Facebook, etc., as if anything other than what we're seeing was predictable. The places getting vaccinated quickly, particularly when you get to 50%, cases drop like a lead balloon. Places that are not are going to continue getting sick, particularly as these variants spread. No surprise, just simply no surprise. Tell me what you're seeing in your neck of the woods. You can find me on Twitter at @dpakman. We have a huge show for you today.